Bonjour everyone, I am Yan, your favorite friendly Frenchman, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Simple Park. Last episode we finished building Outer Wilds Ventures, which is our car ride, so if you haven't seen this episode, I highly recommend that you click on the pop-up on the top right hand corner. But yeah, this episode is going to be a bit more exciting and a bit more thrilling because we are building our final coaster of the park. There is going to be one more attraction after that, and we of course have to theme the mine train because it's not done at all. But this is going to be our final coaster of the park. We have 3 coasters in that park. We have Caterpillar, we have Miner Maddie's train. Oh my god. Miner Maddie's train. Oh my. That is really hard. Miner Maddie's tank engine. There we go. So yeah, we have this one, we have Caterpillar, and we have this new one which is called Michael's Mustang. Right, Michael from MNJ Games, hi buddy. You're probably gonna watch that, and I hope you are because, well, today's episode is about your coaster. So the idea is, because Michael's American, I imagine that he had some horses and one of them was a Mustang, and he called it Mustang as well. And the idea was that this Mustang, because Mustang are sort of American wild horses that are really hard to tame and everything. Basically, I wanted to have this Mustang run away and do a lot of tricks, like run away in the mountains at first and then come back into the ranch. And yeah, because there's gonna be a ranch as well, but that's gonna be in the next episode, so let's not talk too much about that yet. But yeah, he was coming back into the ranch and doing the obstacle course like a normal horse would do. So yeah, this is a pretty exciting coaster. I love the concept behind it. It's gonna be looking a little bare for now, but I really love this one because it's got a vertical launch. Like, I don't know, I've always wanted to do a vertical launch. It always seemed so amazing to me because I think there is only Maverick at Cedar Point, I guess it is, that has a vertical launch. Well, even though now we have new concepts by Intamin. Oh yeah, no, actually, so there is a second one. I don't remember where it's located, but now we have those vertical launch, like 90 degrees vertical launch by Intamin as well. So technically it's not the only vertical launch anymore, but it always was fascinating to me to do a vertical launch because then you could have a really great pop of airtime once you get on top of the hill and go in the layout and have already a really decent speed, in my opinion. And even though the vertical launch, well, actually it's not really vertical, it's not 90 degrees, but you get what I mean, the launch lift hill is inspired by Intamin. My idea for this ride was that it was a bobsled coaster by Gerstlauer, but that it was a new gen one like Tiki Waka at Walibi Belgium, and I wanted to launch that and have those little whips of whatever it was that it was trying to do. And I really love Tiki Waka. It's one of my favorite attractions at Walibi Belgium, even though they have a really good roster of attractions, and they even have would I say my number 1 now that I've ridden Terran? I don't know, but yeah, it's got Conda, which was for a long time my number 1 coaster in the world, even though I'm not really traveling that much to do that. I'm starting to do that thanks to this game because it's kindled my passion for roller coasters again now that I'm playing this a lot more. But yeah, all that to say that Michael's Mustang is basically if Gerstlauer and Intamin had a baby together, and you have the speed of an Intamin and the momentum of an Intamin, but also the compactness and weepiness of Gerstlauer's coasters, And ironically, even though it's totally a concept coaster that doesn't exist in real life, this is probably my most realistic coaster I've done in the park, because, well, Caterpillar is also sort of realistic, but it's easy to do that. It's not really realistic in the sense that it's got a really nice station, and most of junior coasters wouldn't have that, at least the junior coasters that I know and have seen. I've not ridden them because I can't feed in them. But yeah, the ones that I've seen and the one that I got inspiration from in Cita Park in Lille basically doesn't have a roof. It's just the station sitting there and that's it, you know. So in my opinion, it's not that realistic, but this one is going to be really realistic with an actual station, with a transfer track, you might have seen during the Speedbuild, and I don't know, really the whole elements of it. It's even going to be having a generator under the launch lift hill because it needs a lot of power. So yeah, I took into account a lot of realistic things because I wanted to do a really realistic thing with Michael's Mustang. And I really like the name as well because Michael's Mustang really rolls off the tongue. I don't know, it seems like it's not like Manor Matty's tank engine, you know, that's really hard to say, or Carpenter Craig's Lockton. If you have 4 words like this, it's super hard to say, but if you have 2 words that match, well, Michael's Mustangs or Michael's Mustang, it's just one Mustang actually, or Becky's Balloons, or what do we have? Friendly French Fries as well, actually. Those really roll off the tongue. So I don't know, it's a really satisfying name and for a great coaster. And I don't know if you realize, but also the color palette that I've used for this coaster is basically the same heart. You know, the heart of the track is the same as Caterpillar, but at first I had the track green, and now I have it orange and yellow to basically enhance the sense of speed during the ride and during the off-ride as well. We also are going to have illuminated tracks from within, the technique that I've used on the Convergence in Parc Ciel Bleu, because I really love using that technique. It really enhances the ride in my opinion, and it makes it so much more beautiful, and especially because of the wrench, we're gonna have a really flat space on which the coaster is gonna be sitting, so I really want to highlight the coaster, at least at night, you know. And what I'm building right now is a candy shop, a sweets shop, which is called Sweet Shandicoot, which is a reference to my really good buddy and moderator, Hash Sandicoot. So, buddy, if you're here, thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me, and now you've become a really great friend, and this is a wonderful story. Same with Rat Spit or Iron Matty or Corvus as well, or Shane as well. Those are my mods, and thank you so much, guys, for being here and supporting me. Or even if you're not my mod, even if you're here in the premiere chat, you're part of the Baguette Brigade, you know, you're part of the family, and I consider you my friends. You're so amazing, all of you, and this is really beautiful to have this little campfire. You know, I always use the allegory of the campfire to basically have everyone here and gathered around that campfire, which are my videos, and this is so beautiful, and I love doing that. I just love providing content and just loving the game together, and I'm sorry, I'm losing the words because I'm becoming speechless. It's just a really nice feeling to have you guys, and I'm so thankful to have you guys as well. So thank you so much. But yeah, this is what I'm saying, you know, the game wouldn't be the same if you guys weren't there, if the community wasn't there to appreciate it. You know, if we made the creations that we make only for ourselves, this is obviously satisfying, but seeing you guys react to them, seeing you guys like them or give feedback on them, it's just great because it provides us a lot of interaction, and I love you guys interacting with my work, you know, reacting to my work. This is, well, again, you guys might know if you follow my God of War series, but I'm also a writer in real life. I love to write stuff, stories, poems as well, even though poems are usually in French. Well, all of them are in French now that I think about it, but as an artist, I would not consider myself as a true artist, but as an artist, what I want is people to react to my work, you know, to react to what I put out there into the world, to my vision, and, you know, challenge that vision as well with your opinion and grow as human beings together, you know. You can make me grow, I can make you grow, and if there is that exchange, in my opinion, well, the world is gonna be better. You know what I mean? Like, it's always an exchange between the person who provides the art or the content, and with the person who experiences the art or the content. So yeah, again, thank you guys. But yeah, we've built this sweet shop, and now we're again working on those Rocky Mountains background. And I've actually had my first problem with the park because I hit the border, because the circle is right at the edge of the park, the entrance at least, and so I couldn't basically do big mountains like I did at the back of the park with Outer Wilds Ventures and the back part of the mine train. So yeah, basically I hit that border, and unfortunately I wasn't able to do the Rocky Mountains all the way around. So it's gonna look a little weird in the end, but it's okay because it's gonna be hidden by a lot of buildings and a lot of trees, so I hope it'll turn out. I've not done those yet, so I don't know if they turn out well or not. Hopefully they do, fingers crossed, even though by the time you guys get to see that, I will probably have recorded episode 11, 12, and maybe 13. So yeah, my idea is to be okay with that I have content ready to post until the new year, so I don't know. So it's not gonna be Christmas yet when you see that, but it's gonna be quite close, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So Merry Christmas, I guess, or at least Merry Advent Calendar, even though that's not something people say. But yeah, you just seen that I've hit the border, and now I get to place the trees and the flora around the ranch. And as you can see, I've also made those little sand texture with the ranch, because usually when you see ranches, it's usually dirt or oh yeah, those things as well. So those are the obstacles for the horses, you know. And I thought that having those obstacles basically being under the track or next to the track, it would be a great interaction for the ride. Basically, when you see the ride, you feel like you're on a horse and just hopping over those obstacles. So yeah, I don't know. And again, working with that forced perspective, having tiny trees on the top and having bigger trees the lower down you are, this is, I don't know, this is a nice trick. It's so simple as well, and I don't know, you guys will have to let me know if this is a simple park or if it's not anymore. In my opinion, it still is, you know. Most of you guys could replicate that. It's not that hard. It's just, you know, patience. So yeah, the point is, try, do your thing, and be patient while you do your thing, because that's the most important part. But with that comes the end of the speed build. And welcome back to Simple Park. We have another big update today, and it's totally changing the way we look at the overview of the park. We'll see that at the end of this episode, but yeah, this is still the same Simple Park, but now we have this whole right side of the park basically completed. We still have a lot of buildings to build for the coaster and the queue as well, but we have this backdrop of the Rocky Mountains that is basically done. I will probably change it a little bit more in the next episode, but yeah, look at that. Look at the view we have of the coaster as well, launching on the launch lift hill. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of Michael's Mustang, even though we still have to dress it with scenery around the queue and around the ride as well. But I'm really happy to have that thrilling experience, because it's a fast coaster actually. I think it's 70 kilometers an hour peak. So yeah, and we also have, of course, the Sweet Shandicoot, basically the candy shop. I wanted to imagine that this would be a takeaway shop, a quick takeaway shop, and basically I've put a toilet in there, even though it's not a toilet. I wanted people to get in the shop and, you know, buy stuff and, you know, pick your mix kind of stuff, you know, like those people are going to do. So there they go. They enter, and I didn't really want to have a toilet. That's why there is no toilet sign. In my opinion, this is basically them going inside the shop and buying their own candy, picking their own mix, you know. And we also have this backstage area, because in my opinion, every single shop has to have their own backstage. But yeah, this is looking really complete. Like, we have Outer Wilds Ventures on one side, and we have Michael's Mustang on the other. And now the view from this point is basically 360 done. You know, the 360 of this view is basically done. We have Outer Wilds Town that is basically done, and now we have as well Michael's Mustang that is pretty much done, even though we still have to do the station, a few buildings for the queue, and also the transfer track building around the entrance, so that it looks not so bare. But yeah, why don't we take a POV of that coaster? I think it's gonna be really interesting for you guys to see that. There you go, that was Michael's Mustang, and those people loved it apparently. I wanted it to be not too thrilling so that kids could realistically get on it, even though this is a ride that allows kids on it. This is the Infinity Coaster base, and then I've put the Invincible cars on it to make it look like a bobsled coaster. But yeah, basically I didn't want it to get too thrilling, and yeah, look at that. If you can see the launch going right over, yeah, there we go, right over the roof of Biggie's Balloons right there. But yeah, I didn't want it to be too thrilling, but also the most thrilling attraction in the park. So I hope I did a good job. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. And especially this those little whip turns, you know, I really love those on coasters. Those are my favorite elements, even though they're really not that intense, but I don't know, and short as well, but I love those. Like, I love this, and this whippy heel. And yeah, every time you see they're either avoiding those obstacles or going over them. So yeah, this is a little story as well. This tells a little story, even though it's a really simple one. And again, animal coasters never go wrong. So I'm really happy about Michael's Mustang. Like, look at that. Oh yeah, I love those elements. But yeah, let's take a look at the overview of the park, because this is pretty much changing the whole dynamic of the park. We'll still have to finish it in the next episode, so consider subscribing if you want to see that. But yeah, Simple Park is looking pretty cool right now, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. We still have the whole left side of Simple Park to do, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been one of my favorite episodes actually. And if you guys liked it as well, please leave a like and tell me in the comments that you liked it and why you liked it. And yeah guys, this has been Yann, your favorite friendly Frenchman, and I'll see you in the next one. À bientôt!